Welcome, day 19 with Ringo, the black Mustang. And since the last video, which I think was 5-6 days ago, I've pretty much worked him every day, although a couple of the days it was maybe only 10 minutes. And the best I did from horseback was I was able to rub his entire top line from horseback. But from the ground, I've not been able to rub with my hand beyond basically his ears or just behind his ears. And you don't start there. You don't pick up where you left off yesterday. Although, he is getting to the point where you can see I can just walk over here and pick up this rope now. And really soon I'll be taking this halter off of him. I could get it off now, but then the next day I'd have to rope him, which I'm marginally capable of doing. Okay. So, and we just walked in here. Haven't done a thing until we just turned the camera on, walked in here. So we'll just kind of see where he is without any kind of work at all. I have been able to do a little bit of round pinning. It's clunky because of all this mud. But I did do some round pinning with him yesterday, the day before, and change of directions and things like that. And so he's just coming along. And I'll show you something that's really kind of interesting with him. And he's a little, he's just snorting because we've got some folks over there watching us outside the pen, and horses making noise in the barn and some things. And I told you whenever we did the video, maybe about 7 or 8 days ago, and he was nipping and biting a lot, I told you he would get past that when he kind of got over being afraid. And he hasn't nipped at me in several days. So he's kind of gotten over that, and he's traded it for snorting. And he just snorts, 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 snorts. So you can see he's looking at people outside the pen rather than me. So I'm going to take advantage of that here for a second. All right. So he'll let me rub with the stick. I can go all the way back. He's just basically what he's still upset about, or I should say cautious, is just me standing beside him. But this is interesting to me because of the way we were working him so much from a horseback. Look at this. This is not where you start off with a horse. Isn't that interesting? That you can do this. I can smack the ground with this, but I can't hardly touch this horse. So he's got us doing several things that are not the order in which I would typically do them. And you can lead this horse. You can just take off and he'll lead around just like he's a broke horse, but I still can't really rub him. Isn't that interesting? I've never had a horse quite like that before. But he gets to have a say in this. I mean, I have a program here, but he gets to be involved in it. I'm not making him do anything really other than stay in this pen or stay in the barn. Okay. You notice how he's dropping his head? That's a very good sign. Just keep on going. You're doing great. Okay. Now, Kristen, what I'd like you to do, this is a DeLawes-Lindsay trick. I want you to gradually start making your stick shorter by putting your hand a little farther down the stick. There you go. So what you've just done is you've just made your stick 3.5 feet long instead of 4. Okay. So now just rub him like that for a few minutes. Keep going, and if you can, go down his neck to his shoulder. So you see what you've done? You're now closer to him. Your whole arm just got shorter. I would also point out here that he has stopped running away. That's huge. In the first week and a half or so, he would run away a lot. And then I did start shutting him down a little bit. I just would grab the rope and pull him around. And so he's kind of quit doing that. He'll move around a little like that when he gets nervous, but he's not just bolting out of the, trying to run off. You know, he's just kind of trying to move away from pressure a little bit. That's good. You just kind of act like he's not doing any of that. Just keep rubbing on him. It's going, you're doing great. Now, as you're doing that, your hand just might accidentally rub his nose. See, as you're rubbing his neck. And so that just might accidentally happen on purpose. Aha. See there, you're just kind of accidentally, your hand's touching his nose, and just act like you didn't even notice that and just keep going. That's good. The only thing you really want to be careful about is if he acts like he's going to spin around and kick you with his hind legs, that you want to watch for. And he hasn't acted like he was going to do that with me yet, but he just then it seemed like, see what he's doing there? Probably you need to come away from the fence. Why don't you walk this way about 10 or 15 feet? Let's not get him where he feels like he's trapped in any way. A little more. There you go. Now just start right in again. I also saw something, somebody said something about horse training is not a science, it's an art form. Maybe it's both, but there's no way to be 100% right and predict what every horse is going to do in every situation. Boy. Good boy. Gus, get. And he's backing away mostly because he just doesn't like me standing next to him. My hand's not really bothering him. It's just the proximity of my body to him. I'd like for him to quit backing up. There. I'm just wondering how long I can keep this up and he'll keep backing up. There, he stopped. Okay, we're just about at a good place to quit here. All right. I think right there is a pretty good place to quit for the day. So that's day 19. Stay with us.